This is Handy. It's an open source speech recognition and dictation app that runs completely offline with no cloud, no subscription, no account, and it lets you choose your own favorite dictation model. And I honestly think that this has now become my favorite speech-to-text dictation tool. So in this video, we'll take a look at Handy, see how it works, and we'll run a few tests to see how it performs and how it ranks up against heavyweights like the commercial Whispr Flow. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so let's dive into it. Up until now, I was kind of skeptical of speech dictation apps, and I just couldn't find one that I wanted to use. I didn't want to use any commercial products and pay for dictation, and I was also worried about the fact that using an open source tool with a local dictation model might hog up my CPU. But Handy actually changed my mind on both of those issues. So first off, let's talk about how Handy is actually built and how it works. Handy was built by the developer CJ Pace with Tari, so it uses Rust for the backend and React and TypeScript for handling the settings UI on top. Transcribe CPP runs the Whispr family models in GGM and GGUF format. Transcribe RS runs Parakeet. The CPAL library handles the cross-platform audio input. RDev owns the global keyboard shortcuts, and it uses a library called Rubato, which provides real-time audio streaming and takes care of resampling. And this combination makes it super easy and super lightweight to use it even on my MacBook. And the flow itself is dead simple from the user side. You set a custom keyboard shortcut and then either toggle it on or off or hold it down for push to talk. And while you're holding it, there's a utility called Silero VAD, which is quietly filtering out the silence in the background so you're not burning compute transcribing complete silence. And when you let go, Handy sends the audio to whichever model you picked and then pastes the transcribed text directly into whatever input is focused at that moment. And to be fair, Handy is not unique in this way. A lot of other dictation applications on the market work in a similar way. But the thing I love the most is that you can choose your own preferred model, and each of the models listed in the model section has a speed and accuracy meter. So it's kind of like choosing your favorite character in Mario Kart. You can decide which metric is the priority for you. In my case, I found that using the Parakeet unified 0.6 billion parameter model works very well for me because Parakeet is a CPU-only model, and by their own numbers, it runs at around 5 times real-time speed on a mid-range i5 chip, and my M2 Max is way past that spec, so I don't even notice it when I'm running it in the background. And there are so many other options to choose from. They even have models that are specific to one language. For example, we have some Russian ones, some Ukrainian ones. And I love the honesty coming from Handy's mission statement. Handy isn't trying to be the best speech-to-text application. It's trying to be the most forkable one. And you can even drop your own fine-tuned Whispr GGML models into the app's models folder, restart it, and then it just shows up as a custom option. And I think the biggest reason why I would choose Handy over something like Whispr Flow any time of the day is because Handy just works offline, and I don't need to set up an account, and there's no subscription. And I know for sure that all my dictation audio samples stay on my machine and they're not being secretly used to train other voice models. So I'm super happy that we now have an MIT licensed dictation tool like this. So all that sounds great, but let's actually put Handy up to the test and see how it performs. I'll be comparing Handy's performance against Whispr Flow and also against Google's own transcription service, which is available here in Google Docs. So here on the Google Docs page, I'm going to activate Google's own voice typing mode, and at the same time, I will be holding down Handy's transcription shortcut, and then I'm just going to go on a random tangent, and by the end of it, we'll see what kind of result each of the service gives us and compare the two. Yesterday I went to pick up some groceries, and on my way back home, I suddenly remembered that I have to head back and hook up my SQLite database to a COBOL service that is running on my custom GPU cluster. I didn't actually know how to do this, so I had to ask for help, and the only tool I could think of which could help me was an LLM called Grok, And then I also got a bit of help from ChatGPT, and by the end of it, we got a working application running, but it was a really big hassle. Let's separate these two. So as you can see here, the Google voice typing service is a lot worse. It doesn't add any punctuations. It doesn't know how to split your sentences. It didn't get COBOL correctly. It didn't get the SQLite database correctly. It didn't even get the word LLM correctly. It thought that Grok was rock. And this is my favorite one. It thought that ChatGPT was ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Nice. So yeah, so you can clearly see that Handy is a lot better because it does give you punctuation, it does recognize certain terms, and it got most of the technical terms correctly. And now let's also compare this result with Whispr Flow. So I'm going to try to repeat the same text as closely as possible to be fair to this test. Yesterday I went to pick up some groceries, and on my way back, I suddenly remembered that I have to head back home and hook up my SQLite database to a COBOL service that is running on my custom GPU cluster. Now, I didn't actually know how to do this, so I had to ask for help, and the only tool I could think of which could help me was an LLM called Grok, and then I also got a bit of help from ChatGPT, and by the end of it, we got a working application running, but it was a really big hassle. Okay, and you can clearly see that Whispr Flow did the best job. It separated the sentences correctly, and it got all of the terms right. So, because this is a commercial application, you would expect that it's going to be better than the open source tool. But honestly, there isn't that much of a difference between this result and Whispr Flows. So I still kind of prefer using Handy just because it's free and private and open source. But Whispr Flow did a very good job here, so it is a solid service nonetheless. So there you have it, folks. That is Handy in a nutshell. I wasn't joking when I said that this has truly become my favorite dictation tool, and I'm honestly afraid that I might forget how to type on my keyboard if I start overusing it too much. But those are just my thoughts and my observations. But what do you think about Handy? Have you tried it? Will you use it? Let us know in the comments section down below. And folks, if you like these types of technical breakdowns, please let me know by smashing that like button underneath the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This has been Andres from BetterStack, and I will see you in the next videos.